more important poetic devices in this poem: alliteration and enjambment. You know already what is the meaning of alliteration, and you know what is enjambment. We had already seen in the last poem, Customs Law. What is enjambment? Enjambment is the continuation of the meaning of the first line to the last line without any full stop or comma. That is called enjambment here. Okay. Now let us also see the. Before we go into this poem, let us see the rhyme scheme. What is the rhyme scheme of this poem, Fire and Ice? The rhyme scheme of this poem, Fire and Ice, by Robert Frost. We will identify the rhyme scheme from the ending sound, not the letter, but the ending sound of each line. So if you are able to find out and identify from the ending sound of each line, that will be considered as the rhyme scheme. So in this particular poem, you will say the first line ending point is fire. Let us see. So here the ending sound here is fire. There is a sound here, and second line you see some saying ice. So here it is ice. S sound is here. So here you apply A, and then here you apply B, and then if you go to the third line, you will say desire. Again there is a sound that is similar to the first line, so it will be automatically A, B, A. So you see, from this particular example, you will come to know that the ending sound of each line carries the rhyme scheme pattern. This is the way you have to identify. Okay. Now we will see what is the message that is running through this particular poem, Fire and Ice. The message. Let us see what is the message. So if you, when you go through this poem, you will find that Fire and Ice, it has something to tell us. Not only to us, but also to the next generation. What is the important message? Here the important message should be that we should not be ruled by emotions and feelings. We should not be ruled by emotions and feelings. So that is what we are passing on to the next generation. Normally we are ruled by our own emotions and feelings because we are full of emotions and feelings. We are living with that. But then we also should see that if we are only moved by emotions and feelings, what is the standard of reasoning power? In today's world, we are supposed to be critically thinking people, but then we are just throwing away our critical setup, critical mind, and then we are only moved by our emotions and feelings, our simple desires. Can we allow our emotions and feelings to rule over us, or should we allow our reasoning power to rule over us? That is the message given here. So you have to see that our message for today's generation is that we cannot be ruled by only our emotions. We also should allow our thinking and reasoning and our faith to rule us. That is the message that is given here. So you have to say the message here is that we should not be ruled only by emotions and feelings. So what will happen to us if we are ruled only by emotions and feelings? We will have only clashes. We need to avoid clashes. We need to be friendly. We need to reason out where we are required. So we will be able to understand that particular point only if we are moved by reasoning. Where is your reasoning power? Where is your rational power? So we have to see the reasoning part. we have to see the reasoning part. Where is our reasoning power?